Hello, I'm Rich Heffron, President of Delaware State Chamber of Commerce, and this is the last week of the legislative session. This is sort of our wrap-up before the wrap-up. They had 3 days to work this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then they'll go back in on Monday and finish sometime early on Tuesday morning, July 1st. The governor's 10-cent tax increase on gasoline, on fuel, is not going to be adopted this year. That money was supposed to go for transportation projects. Also, his waterfront suggestion did not move. So neither one of those are going to get done. The governor is going to, and has proposals, and it looks like the legislature will approve, $30 million to go into the transportation infrastructure projects. $10 million of that will be a raise in the rate, the fee on Route 1 on weekends. It'll go from $2 to $3. Then there'll be $20 million, which they'll borrow. So that's $30 million, which will help. It's not the $1,500 million that the governor wanted to invest, but it's a start. The budgets are wrapped up. The operating budget will be about $3.8 million, a 2% increase, almost exclusively the increase driven by mandated costs in education and the growth in Medicaid. Also, the bond bill is completed, as is the grant and aid. The one thing that's sort of left out there hanging is what they're going to do about the casinos. They wanted to invest $9 million through tax cuts to the casinos, also picking up some of the rental fees for the machines, which actually are rented by the state, they're not rented by the casinos. They claim they know where they're going to find that money, so they're making some adjustments. That's about the only real budget question left. There are a few bills here and there, small bills. There's a bill on prevailing wage, which would tie the prevailing wage rate to the union rate. We still think there's a better way to judge what the prevailing wage ought to be. It doesn't really affect the contractors, either whether union or non-union. About 80% of those contractors are non-union contractors on public projects, so it doesn't really affect them. Who it does affect is the public, because they have to pick up the additional cost for a public project, the cost they probably wouldn't have to pay for a privately driven project. Also, there's an electrician's bill, an inspection bill, which we don't quite understand, which we think we've asked them to hold up because we don't understand it. We do support a resolution to put together a task force to look at the escheat process as instituted by the state. We've supported that. We'll have a member who we will appoint to that task force. We expect that to get done. There'll be other odds and ends that they'll be working on between now and sometime in the early morning of July 1st. But nothing that we see as real significant at this time. That's it for this week. After the session ends, we'll do another wrap-up, but it will be the final wrap-up because after that, they're done. Thank you for watching.